I've always had trouble with the idea of selling my beats online and losing creative input for what the full song would turn out to be. And it kinda sucks because that's pretty much how the game works now. You put your beats online, an artist buys it, and makes a song with it that you may or may not ever even hear. And I get it, I mean, making money off of your passion is something that I think all artists really want to do. But as an up-and-coming, no-name producer, selling my beats online for 25 or 50 bucks just never really felt worth it. I love helping out through the full process of creating a song, from beginning to end. Being in the studio, collaborating, bouncing ideas off of each other, I love that feeling. Which is why I really enjoy working with local artists and friends of mine. One of those guys is Buddha Flip.
This sounds cool. I like it.
What a kid, what a
I need something else. I need something else.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, with the kids. Said she shoulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, with the kids. Said she coulda.
That's it right there. Yeah, do that.
I could probably do like doubles right there.
Yeah, I think we gotta,
That part just to make it like,
yeah.
I need something else. I need something else.
Yeah.
I need something else.
yeah.
Rewatching these sessions is always really fun because you realize how a lot of the collaboration happens without us really saying anything that actually makes sense. It's all about vibes and feeling. This was in 2017 when Buddha Flip and I first started working on an EP called Hiatus. It's the first album I've ever worked on with someone where I produce all the songs. This track here is called Something Else, and it's one of my favorite joints off the project. A lot of the time when Buddha would come over, I'd just start searching through instruments and playing around with ideas. And usually something would happen in where I'd hit a note or play a chord that would inspire something in one of us. It's the same thing that happened when I hit the first notes off Something Else. Around the time when I made this beat, I had this obsession over proving that I could make great beats while just using Logic stock sounds, and this one is called Gentle Sine Bells. So if you guys have Logic, feel free to go in there and try it out. It's awesome.
It's a lot more fluid. It's like the authenticity. It's a lot less restrictive as well. Like kind of like if I'm working with something that someone sends me, I feel somewhat limited to what I have, as opposed to, yo, bro, what about inserting this, or what about let's lay it this way. Let's kind of build like a nice little outro to, add some accents onto the song. Like there's more freedom, and that's more of like what creativity is about. Like when I think about it, it's less restrictive and it's more like, okay, do as you please or do as you can,
Right.
It's like that
Man, I feel like even from a producer standpoint, like being able to hear the stuff, like the flows that you're coming up with, and I'm like, okay, maybe I could drop the melody here, maybe I could drop the drums here. Like I know, like based on the vibe and the feeling of the room, I'm able to make certain like production decisions that ultimately I think make the track kind of really pop out.
Down on it, I felt heaven's blessings for sure, and I felt it like never before. I'm not here.
Even like the communication is better. Like even if I'm like listening to it, sometimes I don't even have to say something. You can look at my face and be like, nah, that's not the reaction I want. I want that.
Yeah.
Like, that gritty face, like the energy's there, the communication's there, efficiency's there. It's real comfortable. It's real, I like it.
This Jay-Z is putting me to sleep. They tryna rush my pockets, please. I'm not tryna pass the weed. I need something else. I need something else. I need something else. This is putting me to sleep. They tryna rush my pockets, please. My niggas tryna pass the weed. I need something else. I need something else.
Damn the
Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you all. I wanted to add kind of like a little disclaimer here because I'm not trying to knock anyone who sells beats. I kind of just wanted to offer a little bit of a different perspective. I know that on the internet there's a lot of content about selling your beats and making money off of music, and you know, I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience and my view on it, and how I think ultimately for me what's important is making good music, enjoying it, having a good time. And yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Always remember, create with what you have. You don't need much. This is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be working on a whole bunch of videos just like this one going forward. Give the video a thumbs up, comment, let me know your thoughts. Much love, guys. Peace out.
I need something else. I need something else.
Damned if I tell her hit my line just to pass the time. Fight the urge to pull strings, I mean I'm no mastermind. Shit, I ain't mastermind. Shit, damn it, I'm damned to clash in time with this rabbit drive. Gotta hop in it and out of the crib. I ain't mean to go Geppetto.